YouTube, what is going on? Let's go ahead and talk about BSC Station. Now, I know this is a project I've talked about multiple times on my channel. It's actually been a project that I've liked for, I don't know, what's it going on, 6-7 months now. I wanted to do an update. I know they restarted their start pool recently, so I kind of wanted to touch on that and just give a general update on the project. Before we jump in, though, I must remind you I'm not a financial advisor. Please do not take any of this as financial advice. Simply a starting point for your own research so that you can decide whatever you want to potentially invest in. I'll always remind you, if you're in the crypto space, please do not invest anything you cannot afford to lose. Crypto is extremely volatile. And, well, we've probably seen plenty of rug pulls, plenty of situations where people have lost all their money. So please be cautious. Just use these videos as, me kind of spewing about what I think on the internet. Just a way for me to share kind of what I find and my own thoughts. But again, it's not financial advice. So if you'd all please drop a like, consider subscribing to the channel, leave a comment, let me know what you think of BSC Station and kind of where it's at now. And we'll jump right on into it. So if we jump over to their Twitter, you can kind of see they've been announcing a lot of different IDOs, staking options, partnerships, all sorts of stuff on their Twitter. I'm not going to sit here and read these, but you can see there are tons of different things that they're talking about partnering with, different staking options, IDOs. I have noticed that a lot of these tokens and projects that they've been associated with have been more gaming tokens, which I think is kind of cool. Personally, I think if you've watched any of my recent videos, I do think crypto gaming is the future of gaming, just the elements of it and how it ties together, how it kind of gives ownership to the properties of the game to the gamers, and it sort of creates a world where you can actually profit from all the time people spend in gaming. Because I know personally I like to game. If I could have been earning money or potentially earning different parts of the game that you could then sell for real money, not just in-game currency that isn't usable anywhere else, I do think that is sort of an interesting proposition. So again, I've kind of just been scrolling here, but you can see in the background there's tons of different projects you can stake to earn different coins. And as you can see, this is only, this is all really within the last few days. This is 2 days ago, right? Everything that I've been scrolling is all December 1st, just very recent stuff. So pretty active on Twitter. I'm sure you guys already know this. I did want to pull up one particular tweet. This was the announcement that the start pool stake BSCS to earn BSCS. The original one has expired, and there is a new one that is now available. So if you did stake BSCS to earn BSCS in the original start pool, you do need to unstake there and move it to the new one. Here's like the official release on that. It's a little bit more detailed. Total rewards, it's 1 million BSCS. Looks like it's going to be for 120 days, and this is kind of what they're going to be doing in terms of how much they're going to be producing on a day, how many blocks I should say. Then they have their terms, what the unstaking fee is if you unstake within 72 hours, and yeah, just high level stuff, nothing crazy. This is actually where you would do this. This is the BSCS pool, if you will, or the finance where you can trade and trade your NFTs, all that sort of stuff. But if you're in the start pool, this is really what I kind of wanted to focus on. This is the new one right here at the top. If you had your staked in the old one, if you just click on the finished little, I don't know what to call it, button over here, this is where your old one would be. So it still looks like there's about $250,000 worth of BSCS staked in here. So if you haven't gone and unstaked yours, there's a good chance it's just on this other tab. And you would just unstake it, come to the live one and restake it here, which as you can see, there's about $3.4 million, which means a good bit of people have gone ahead and moved it. But just in case you haven't, that's probably where your tokens are. However, if you don't want to stake BSCS to earn BSCS, there are all these other projects that you can stake BSCS and earn different tokens, and you can kind of see what that APR is. Let's just look at one. We'll just come up to the top here. This was a newer project. So if you were going to stake BSCS, you would earn ACK. So this is kind of showing you what your ROI is on a yearly basis. So for $1,000, that's how many CKs. Yeah, I don't know, in my brain that is spinning. So kind of just shows you what your ROI would be. If we look at this, right, for every $1,000, you'll earn 1,087 BSCS. So kind of just shows you if you want to understand what your rate of return is. Maybe you want, a higher rate of return on some of these newer projects, right? So if you have this token, Real, which is I think Real Rem, it looked like a gaming project that I was kind of clicking through the other day. If you stake your Real here or your Real here, you can earn Real for 176%. So again, for every $1,000 of Real that you have in there, you're going to earn 18,000 Real. So that's a pretty substantial annual ROI. Your ROI on BSCS is about 52% for the year. So meaning if you put $100 in, by the end of the year, you would have, in theory, if the price didn't move, made $50 to literally just let it sit there. Obviously, the risk is that the price moves, the markets move, right? Crypto's super volatile. But I'm sure, if you're in the crypto space, you'll probably be a little bit familiar with this sort of start pool and whatnot from PancakeSwap, but it is very similar, as I'm sure you've seen. You can also do the Launchpad, which it looks like there's some different options in here. But yeah, so this would be something that I will probably be looking into a little bit more. But yeah, so here's some new IDOs. If you're interested, some more information, you'll be able to see, kind of the stuff, how to get involved. It's definitely something I need to do a little bit more research on, but it is here in case you have done the research or you want to do some yourself. These IDO pools and launch pads are all available if that is something you are interested in. Lastly, I did want to talk about the price of BSC Station. We'll scroll down just a little, make chart easier to see. When it first started, you saw it really spiked hard. This was when crypto was just going absolutely insane back in May, right? This project really just went on a rampage. And then crypto throughout the summer pretty much was in a tough spot, not a good spot at all. But since the summer, this project's been moving back up kind of nicely. And what I've been happy with about this is that it doesn't have any of these insane peaks, right? Like, I would rather see this project slowly move its way back up. Yes, with crypto, there's always going to be some of this like insane volatility. But the reality is, if this project's going to be like a long-term play and it's going to survive, we don't want it to be doing, this stuff where it's going up and down and up and down. We'd rather it, consistently be moving up in the right direction. And I think depending on where you got in, if you were fortunate enough and maybe you decided to buy in the summer where it was, less than 10 cents a coin, you're up 4 or 5% or times 4 or 5x, depending on if you bought then. Even if you bought, in that initial like 20 cent, you're still double, 2.5 times your money. So just depending on where you got in. Obviously, if you bought in, kind of at the euphoric peak, you're down 50, 60%. But even still, given how, there were some other coins at this time that, you could be down almost 100% if you were buying then. So I would say, personally, for what I'm looking for in this project, I do think this has been solid. I have my coins staked just as a way, I don't plan on selling these soon, so why not stake them and earn some additional while the price continues to move up. Now, hopefully, the crypto markets don't totally just tank and like they did kind of in the summer, but hopefully this project, maybe it's a little bit more stable because it does have these start pools, the IDO, the farms, all that sort of stuff. So that's kind of what I'm thinking about it. So I think somebody in one of my other videos was asking my opinion on BSC Station currently. So that's kind of where I'm at with it. I'm happy with it. Obviously, you're not making like 10x gains in a month or in a few days like some people in the crypto space would like to. Obviously, I'm not against that. Obviously, everybody wants to make money as quickly as possible. But, understand that this is maybe, for the crypto space, a little bit more stable. I don't like saying that word, but hasn't been super volatile. It's not like a meme token or anything like that. There actually is some value to it. So that's kind of my 2 cents on that. But other than that, let me know if you have any questions. Let me know what you think of BSC Station. Let me know if you're staked into any of these other projects, if there's something I should be looking into, maybe I missed. But yeah, with that, hope you all have a wonderful day, and see you next time.